Hey guys, Jamie here, Real Steel. I'm coming at you on a very humid, mild February day. Yeah, I got enough rain to bring the sweat and humidity up, but it's staying near 80 degrees, so I ain't gonna complain. Anyway, today's video, we are finally gonna autopsy the Sludge Monster. Now, if you've watched my shorts, you'll know why I call this the Sludge Monster. So anyway, let's get started. Alright, before I begin here, now those of you that watch my shorts and my other videos know that this came out of my buddy's truck, the blue 78 3/4 ton we revived. Yeah, this is the old engine out of his truck. The story I got on this was he was driving it, heard some bad noises, shut it off, called his daughter for some oil. They put a couple quarts in it. He turned around, tried to drive it back home after it kind of quieted down, and then he locked it up. So yeah, not sure what happened. But anyway, I don't call this the Sludge Monster because it's greasy as a pig on the outside. I mean, that's obvious. But because of what's under the valve cover. Yeah. Aside from Mr. Leaf that right there, you know, he's not allowed to be there. But yeah, you can see... this is why she's called the Sludge Monster. And today, we're going to tear this bad boy apart and figure out what he did to it. And I also speculated that there might be a connection between that and that, but I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm going to quit yapping and we're going to get started. We need to make haste on this one because I got to get this done. We've got another couple days of rain coming, and as you can see, I got a load of scrap in the trailer. So yeah, I got to make a scrapyard run next week. So let's get started. Oh, and by the way, you never know what you'll find on a scrap engine. I picked up a junk engine from the scrap pile, and I got a lift plate on it for free. Yeah, it's a Matco lift plate. So that'll come in handy. Alright, I know the lighting ain't great on this shot, but this is just to show y'all. If I can do this one-handed here and keep y'all in view. This thing, no movement. Yeah, she is locked up. She is locked up. So that's what we're going to have to deal with. So anyway, with that being said, I found all my tools. Let's get started here. I'm going to try to get y'all a good view where the lighting's not so horrible with this camera here. But I can't guarantee nothing. Alright. Okay, sorry y'all had to feel that, but anyway, let's get started. Alright, first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with the valve covers, obviously. Now I am probably going to save them, not 100%. I might be able to get some super clean out and save them. I also think I want to save the rockers. Whoa, okay. We got problems, y'all. I did not see this. Let me bring y'all in closer. I don't think I'm saving that rocker, you know. I didn't think it was possible to, you know, I didn't think you were supposed to be able to push a push rod through the rocker. Yeah. Wow. That's an intake valve, too. Whoa. What did he do to this thing? Heck, it was normal when I gave it to him, but... yeah, I don't think I'm saving that rocker. I'll find another set. Wow. No telling what else this autopsy is going to show. Let me get y'all on the stand here. All right, let's do it to it. Alright, y'all, here we are on the bed of the scrap trailer. I decided to use that as my workbench. Rockers, other than that one, they don't look bad. And even all the push rods, I checked them, they're straight. They're greasy, but straight. So, yeah, those may not be as bad as the other side. Maybe I'll get a rocker shaft out of the deal. I don't know. I might have one, but yeah. Can't believe the push rod didn't bend on that one. Must have had a stuck valve or something, but I have a home for these. Right there. I'm probably not even going to save these either. Hey, that thing just started throwing stuff back at me. And push rods, see ya. I've got other push rods that are not that bad, so yeah. But anyway, here's a look. Man, she's sludgy. This is a motor you honestly feel bad for your tools. You know, your tools are going to get so filthy, you know. Luckily, I can brake clean them, but still, I feel bad for them. All right, next step. Let's go ahead and get the intake off of it. And in typical Jamie fashion, I missed a bolt. But still, she was stuck on there, but I got her loose. I know y'all will be in fast motion, but sorry about that train. Alright. See if I can put this side up. Yeah, that side wants to bring the gasket and everything. Come here. Get over here. You're going over here. Oh. Yeah, typical Jamie fashion. Miss a bolt. Still, she was stuck on there. Man, she's sludgy, but not as bad as the valve covers. Whoa, that lifter popped. That's what happened, y'all. That's why this, we just found the smoking gun. That's why this motor lost oil pressure and died. This lifter popped out of the bore when the push rod did its thing. He lost oil pressure. Yeah. Yep, that's why it died, y'all. This lifter right here, and you saw it, was pushed out of the bore. And when that happens, you lose oil pressure immediately. So yeah, that's why this engine died. You know, the sludge and stuff did not help, but that's what was the cause. Man, I didn't expect to find the cause so early. But anyway, I'm going to regroup here and we'll get the heads off this thing and have a look. Because if you remember right, we were down a hole, so even with it running. So let me get regrouped, catch my breath, and let's work on getting those heads off. Alright, y'all, before we do the heads, let's give her the old valve test, old whack-a-mole. Good, these are all good. Even the one that broke is good. Yeah, they're all bouncing, so that's not the problem. Yeah, these are all good. They all sprung back, so that wasn't the issue. Alright, let me get some tools and let's get these heads off here. Alright, y'all, let's work on this driver's head. Man, it took me like 5 miles of freaking digging to get that sludge out of there around them bolts. That's the way she goes sometimes. See if this works. Hopefully. Now, I don't anticipate much problems with this head, but we'll see. beat the socket on there. That's how you know it's real good. Nice and crunchy. That's how I don't like it. Oh. Well, give me my socket back. Nasty. Very nasty. Did you get back on there? Oh. Oh. Okay, that was 500 foot-pounds tighter than the other one. Some of these don't feel none too whippy either. All right, y'all. Got the head off of there. Got some coolant leaking out the ports, but yeah, no water got in here. Hard to see. I don't see any cross-hatching on the bores, but they don't look bad. I mean, really, some carbon, but yeah, head gasket looks good. Factory, I think. Yep, I think. Yeah. Head gasket don't look blown. Yeah. Let's get him off of there. Chunk him to the side there. But yeah, I must have had some coolant in the front port. No big deal. I'll drain it. Yeah. I mean, bores don't look bad. See if there's any movement. No. Not bad. Alright, I'm going to get regrouped and we'll pull the passenger head off. Oh yeah, before we do that though, let's take a look at this head. Now this one wasn't expected to be bad, but man, in the light, look at all that carbon. Holy crap. Like I said, I had to go on an expedition to find the bolt. Let's have a look at the underneath. I haven't looked at it either. Doesn't look bad. I mean, the exhaust valves are hot, but I don't, you know, they're not burned. Other than some carbon, it don't look bad. I really think that, you know, an ATF bath would have done this engine some good, but I'm not seeing any obvious failures from them. So, yeah, but irregardless, they're junk. They're not worth anything. So, on the trailer they go. All right, let me regroup here and we'll get the passenger side head off. Yeah, I got the engine facing the the right way. Sorry, words. We'll get the passenger side head off. All right, y'all. Let's get this passenger side head off. Sorry if I block your view, but that's the way she goes sometimes. Oh. Give me back my socket. None of them were super tight. They weren't super even either, so I wonder if this thing could have been overheated as well. All right, let's get this head off and have a look at it. Come here. Now we'll look at the bores first. Let's look at the bores first. Same deal as the other side. Not a lot of cross hatching, but not bad. Considering, I mean, this one you could probably dingle ball hone and run again, possibly. You know, you'd have to hot tank the block, but it's not bad. Let's do a quick hammer test. But no, everything seems solid. So let's look at this head. All right, again, you can see how bad she sludged. Yeah, even on the outside, that's got some sludge in the corners there. All right, let's flip him up. All right. Well, I thought, well, okay, that cylinder wasn't firing. And yeah, that would be the front cylinder. So yeah, that one had compression issues. This is the one with the busted push rod and rocker. So yeah, the rest of them don't look horrible. I mean, it's not bad. You can clean them up and go. If these were worth anything, yeah, but they're really not. But I was expecting to find some kind of funky exhaust valve, because when we did a compression test, when we were doing some diagnosis work before I traded it, this guy here was leaking compression out the exhaust. So yeah, because when we cranked it over, you could visibly hear, I think it only had like maybe 5, 10 at most, and you could hear it definitely leaking. So yeah, we might pull that out and take a look at it. But anyway, next step, we're going to spin everybody around here. We'll get the balancer off, we'll get the front cover off, and look at the timing set and see how that looks. So hang on. All right, y'all, let's get this balancer out of here. And I'm not using my rattler gun because this is a greasy motor and I don't want to get that thing filthy. So by hand it is, maybe. Dadgum, I didn't think I tightened it that much. There we go. Maybe I should have used my rattler gun. But, such is life. All right. Hopefully the bolts I got from my puller are long enough. If not, I might have to forego this crank bolt. Yeah, we'll get her. There we go. That bought me a little bit of room, hopefully. Now, where'd my other bolt go? Oh, it fell on the floor. What are you doing on the floor, bolt? Dadgum. Yeah, those are long enough. It'll be alright. It'll be fine. Hopefully I don't need washers. Usually these aren't on here horrible, but knowing my luck, they are. It is this time. Yeah, I may need some washers. We'll see. All right. 1 second here. Oh, there's my socket. Forgot where I put my socket. All right. Come on, baby. There we go. That's how I like it. No fuss. I'm gonna have to find a bucket to drain that coolant. Because once I pull one of those timing cover bolts out, it's gonna drain. But that's okay. I'll pull the dadgum drains out of the side here off camera, and then we'll keep going. Alright, got the balancer off. Good deal. Do I really need to take that crank bolt out? Probably not. But anyway, let me drain the coolant and drain the oil, and we'll get into this thing. See how bad it is. Alright, y'all. Took some time, got the oil drained, got the coolant drained. There was a scotch of water in the oil, but it wasn't too bad, so I don't know. It might have came from sitting. I know I had it tarped, but sometimes these tarps just aren't great. I know I already pre-loosened these, but I was kind of trying to get the coolant drained. The driver's side plug came out just fine, but the passenger side, it stripped, so I had to knock a freeze plug out. But such is life. Anyway, I better not forget my oil pan bolts, but let me get those off out of here. And we still got to loosen that one. Well, that one's loose. Okay. And then we'll work on getting this timing cover out of here. Hopefully this works. I don't have my quarter drive, but we'll see what we can do here. Give me my little awl thingy. If I can get in there. Sorry about the noise, y'all. People out driving crazy around here, blasting music. I don't know. It's a Saturday night, so who knows? Probably out getting drunk and stuff like that. I don't know. As long as they leave me alone. Now me, I don't drink, so, you know. As long as they leave me alone. Made a heck of a mess spilling the oil. The oil came shooting out. I guess there was a little bit of water in the bottom, but like I say, but I don't know where that came from. It's alright. It's all drained out now. I cleaned the mess up. Oh, man. See if I can get on this one here. There we go. We'll get this off. We'll have a look at the timing set. See how that looks. Come on, baby. Alright. Then we'll commence to flipping it over and seeing what the bottom end looks like. Okay. Of course, I put everything on the dadgum timing cover that I don't want on the timing cover. Huh. Yeah, I guess the timing cover can be a workbench, tool storage. I don't know, but let's get it off. Now, if you're saving this, don't beat on this. Light taps. See, that's all it takes is light taps. All right, let's see here. Oh, my goodness. Y'all see that? That is some nasty crap. Holy Toledo. Man. And I thought the top of the valves, the top of the heads were bad, but no way, man. Well, this will go in the aluminum pile, I think. I think I've got leather ones. I don't know. Maybe it could be cleaned. Who knows? But man, that is just, yep, it's carbony. I don't think Pennzoil killed this motor, but I think it could have been a Pennzoil motor. I don't know. Either Pennzoil or piss poor maintenance. I'm not sure, but I'll set this to the side. Whoa, look at that timing chain, y'all. This, let me get y'all close. This didn't kill this motor, but I'm sorry, the camera's got some schmutz on it. Give me 1 second here. I don't know if that's any better. Probably not. I'll have to clean this. Give me 1 second. Let me clean this. Alright, that's a little better. The lighting's not great. That's the problem. But yeah, man, look at that. I mean, look at that slack in that. That is, these things, I'm honestly surprised that it's still got the plastic teeth on it. Because once these disintegrate, this thing gets so loose. I mean, I could almost just pull it off right there. I'm surprised it didn't jump time. But that's why these are a maintenance item. You know, you want to get away from this style of chain here. You want to go with a double roller. Because that's no bueno right there. But anyway, let's get this sucker off of here. And we'll commence to flipping the engine. So give me 1 second here. Alright, now you'll probably want to do this, you know, keep it in time. You know, if you're changing the timing chain, but because this is locked up, we can't do that. So we're just going to take it off as is. It's not like the valve's going to hit the piston or anything. So, yeah, let me get my socket here. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. Now, this eccentric inside, I'll save that, but this puppy off of here. Yeah, she's sliding off pretty good. Sometimes the crank gears can be a bear. But, yeah, there she is. And like I say, I'm surprised these plastic teeth did not disintegrate. But either way, it was about 2 seconds from jumping time. Alright, yeah, of course the crank gear is a steel gear, so, you know, but that quiet technology they want, I'd settle for a little noisy timing setup rather than that, but what do I know, you know. Alright, next step, I'm going to get some stuff out of the way. You know, the engine, it holds tools for now, but if I turn it over, it's not going to, so, yeah. Let me get some stuff out of the way and we'll flip this bad boy over. Alright, y'all. This video was filmed back in February. The footage got kind of jumbled up when I went to put it together. I had to move it and things didn't work right. So I was able to finally get it put together and to where it's uploaded. But unfortunately, no matter how I slice it, cut, speed up, whatever, the video is an hour long. So we're going to split this bad boy up into 2 portions. Like I said, this will be part 1, and part 2 we'll dive into the bottom end and see how bad it really was. So anyway, this is Jamie from Real Steel Auto Works, and we'll catch you on the flip side. See ya!